Hello there. Today we have come up with a real-life story. The horrifying story of monster-minded cannibal, Jeffrey Dahmer. The story of one of the most notorious serial killers in the United States, largely told from the points of view of his victims. Without wasting a moment, let's jump into the movie. The movie happens in 1991 USA, Milwaukee. A woman named Glenda is watching news on TV in her apartment. Suddenly Glenda is disturbed and disgusted by some foul smell that comes from somewhere to her apartment. She stood and started searching for the source of that foul smell. Then she peeps through the ventilation hole in her apartment and saw the next room. The foul smell came from that room. Meanwhile, a guy is washing himself and a knife which was blood-stained. One could understand that someone had been killed there. Then he leaves from there wearing a jacket. He was Jeffrey Dahmer, and people called him Jeff. He exited from his room and started walking through the veranda. Glenda calls him from behind and says, "Jeff, the foul smell have again started coming from your room. It could be the meat. I bought a lot of meat and everything got rotten. It should be that smell." Jeff replies, "Meat? I saw you dumping a big box of waste last week, and you said it was rotten meat. Should I believe again that this is rotten meat?" She says, "This isn't in fact the smell of pork meat. All those fishes I used to grow got died. I think they died because of some disease. It is that smell? I'll clean that all soon," Jeff said. Glenda knew that he was definitely doing something else in his room, but didn't know what he was doing exactly. In the next scene, posters of missing people on a post line is shown. Jeff walks by that post and then goes to a bar. Aaron and Don, who was a gay couple, were sitting in that bar. Jeff goes near them and says, "Your drinks today is on me. I'm paying for it, and you can have as much as drinks you want." Aaron says to Don about Jeff that, "I think this guy is searching for someone to sleep with him." Aaron and Don weren't friends with Jeff, but yes, Jeff was searching for someone to sleep with him, and he is gay. He offered free drinks to them, keeping in mind someone from them would sleep with him. "You've bought me free drinks before," said Aaron to Jeff. "Me? Have I?" Jeff asks Aaron. "Yeah, but nothing happened between us that day." Then Aaron's friend Tracy comes there, who was gay too. So the bar was officially for gays. Then Jeff turns towards Tracy and says, "You can drink whatever you want. It's on me. You might sleep with someone today, won't you?" says Tracy. Jeff replies, "Yes, definitely. Why wouldn't I? Today is the day. I won't be sitting here idle." Then they dances together, and both of them gets to know each other. Then they talk business. "I'm not going to sleep with you for just $50, Aaron says to Jeff. "You don't have to come if you don't want to, Tracy. Are you coming with me?" asks Jeff. Tracy agrees to Jeff and they goes off. In the next scene, Jeff takes Tracy to his apartment. "Jeff, what job do you do to live?" Tracy asks him out of curiosity. "I don't have any job. I live spending my dad's money," Jeff says. Then Tracy goes to Jeff's room. A foul smell is sensed by Tracy, and he asks Jeff, "What is it all about?" Jeff replies, "It is rotten pork, don't worry." Then Jeff locks them inside. "Jeff, can I open those windows?" says Tracy. "Don't, I'm allergic to the sounds outside," said Jeff. Tracy starts sensing something wrong there. He looks around and starts to leave from there. "Jeff, I'm leaving. I can't be here anymore," said Jeff. "So you are leaving me too, like everybody else does, aren't you? Nobody wants to be with me. If you'll leave now, I'll end up being sad." "Please don't go," said Jeff. Tracy said, "Please don't think like that. I can't withstand this smell here anymore." Jeff said, "Don't worry, there's AC here. I can turn it on so that the same won't stay long." Then Jeff shows Tracy all his place. Tracy isn't a fear that Jeff would do something to him. Then they watches the fishes in the aquarium together, and suddenly Jeff puts handcuffs on Tracy's hands. But as Tracy was alert, Jeff was only able to put handcuffs on one of Tracy's hand only. Tracy becomes angry on Jeff and says, "What are you doing? Open up this handcuff right away." "Don't worry, it is just for fun. If we do sex this way, it would be more interesting," said Jeff. Tracy says by trying to leave, "I want to go." Nothing is happening anymore. Jeff says by shutting Tracy's mouth with Jeff's hands, "Don't make noise." Tracy raises his voice and said, "Leave me." Then they gets into a fight, and Jeff points a knife at Tracy. Meanwhile, Glenda is standing in the hall and hears the fight between Jeff and Tracy. She finds something weird happening in Jeff's room. Tracy says to Jeff that, "Leave the knife. I want to go." Jeff threatens Tracy by saying that, "I won't do anything. Just sit with me for some time. You can go after that. Go to the bedroom now." Tracy is frightened and heads towards the bedroom. Jeff is walking behind Tracy by pointing the knife. Then Jeff keeps the knife on a table and then turns on the TV. Tracy asks Jeff, "What are you doing there?" Jeff said. "We are going to watch a movie." They both watches a movie. Tracy observes the whole place and finds a tin. Tracy realizes that Jeff is going to kill him any moment and is scared. Tracy jumps up to leave, but Jeff prevents him. Tracy understands that, to leave from that place, he must start becoming seductive. Tracy then starts seducing Jeff, and Jeff is impressed. Tracy goes to the hall and starts taking off his shirt. Jeff takes his photos. After some time, Jeff goes to watch the movie again. Tracy's seduction plans didn't really work well on Jeff. Tracy starts getting freaked out from inside by seeing Jeff watching a horror film. Tracy said, "Jeff, I'm afraid of horror movies. Can you change that?" "No, I won't. This is my favorite movie," said Jeff. Jeff continues to say that. Is Tracy really afraid of the movie or of him? "Why should I be afraid of you?" "I'm really afraid of horror movies," said Tracy. Jeff asked Tracy, "Do you think I'm strange?" "No, I don't. You are normal as one among us. That's it," said Tracy. Actually, Tracy was really afraid of Jeff. Tracy finds Jeff totally different from others, but Tracy acts normal towards Jeff, as he was in the fear that Jeff might to do something to harm him. Then they sleeps together on bed. Tracy is trying to find a way out of that place. When they were lying on the bed, Tracy stabbed on Jeff's eye and ran from there. Jeff ran behind him, but Tracy couldn't get out of that room. Jeff's door wasn't opening as the lock of that door was unusual. Then they gets into a fight, and Tracy finds an iron bottle, with which he smashes on Jeff's head. Jeff fell on the ground, and Tracy opens the door by stabbing it, and runs out screaming for help. Glenda hears him and runs out of her room to look what's happening. When she turned, Jeff was standing right behind her. She sees him suddenly and gets scared, runs back to her room. Tracy screams out and runs heading to a police station nearby. Meanwhile, Jeff stays in his room without trying to run away anywhere, as if he had some plan to face anything. Tracy runs and stops near a police car, with handcuffs on his hand. Police stops their car by seeing him. They comes out and Tracy says to them that, "Please help me. A guy is trying to kill me." As the cop sees him with handcuffs, they doubted him as some convict, so Tracy, to prove he won't do anything, raises his hands and sits on the ground. One of the cops asks him, "Who are you? Why did you come to us?" Then Tracy tells them everything happened to him. In the next scene, Jeff is shown sitting in his room. Suddenly he hears someone knocking on the door and opens the door a bit. It was the cops with Tracy. The police asked him, "Are you Jeff? Did you handcuff Tracy?" Jeff replies, "Yes, I did, but we were just playing. We are gays. I did it to make our sex more interesting." "No, it's not like that," said Tracy. One of the cops said to Tracy to cool down and asks Jeff, "Do you have the key to this handcuff?" Jeff replied, "Yes, I do. It's inside. I will give it to you." The police asked Jeff, "Can you open this door, if you don't mind?" Then Jeff opens the door wide, and when police entered they gets to sense foul smell all over Jeff's place. "Why is it so stinky here in this room?" asks a cop. Jeff replies, "It is rotten pork meat." "Alright, where is the key to the handcuff?" asked the cop. "It is in the bedroom." "I'll get you that," said Jeff. When Jeff tries to enter the bedroom, the cop says, "Stop, let me check the room first." A cop gets into the bedroom and observes the things there. He feels something fishy there. Jeff and the other cop was standing near the door. The cop inside the bedroom finds the keys to the handcuff from a drawer. Along that, he also gets some photos, which he took and looked. The photos were of nude men. Jeff said, "I'm gay, and that's why I have those with me. There's nothing else." The cop have close look at all the photos and finds a photo of a beheaded man. The cop is shocked and realizes that the photos are of missing people. Jeff, who realized that he's caught, tries to run away, but the other cop stops him. They handcuffs Jeff saying that, "You have been arrested for trying to kill Tracy and other missing people." Tracy cries and says to Jeff, "So you were the one who killed all of my companions." After some time, a lot of people and police surrounded outside Jeff's room. People are talking and murmuring. When police arrests him and takes him away, Glenda got angry on him. In the next scene, a telephone bell rings near somebody who was sleeping close to that. He wakes up as the phone bell rings and attends the call. He was Lionel Dahmer, Jeff's father. His second wife was sleeping near him. She wasn't Jeff's real mother. Lionel got call from the police, and he says, "I'll be there right now," and ends the call. In the next scene, Lionel is driving his car to Milwaukee police station. He sits in a room there having two CBI officers in front of him. They turns on the recorder and explains to Lionel about the reason why he is called there. CBI officer Dennis says, "Isn't Jeff your son? We had to arrest him yesterday night." Lionel is surprised and asks them arrested him, "But why?" "For committing murder," said the officer. "A murder," said Lionel, and then started describing about his son's characteristics. He was a very good boy. He was calm and less interested in talking to people. When he was 18, I and his mother got separated. After that, he started living all by himself. He have changed a lot, said Lionel. Did anything else happen in his life? Asked the CBI officer. He underwent an operation of his head when he was 4. Nothing else. What did he really do, sir? Asked Lionel. The officers explains him what all happened. Your son tried to kill a guy by seducing him. He escaped from your son and informed the police about it. We quickly went to Jeff's room. Meanwhile, the police is searching Jeff's room. They finds heads, hearts and bones of people from different parts of the room. Then they sees a tin filled with acid. The acid had the capacity to melt human organs. Jeff used to ravage organs like that. The officers tells all these to Lionel also. When we searched the utensils there, we found out that your son had cooked and eaten up human organs, said the officer. Lionel is wondered by all this. Relax, we will get back to you soon, said the officers and leaves. After some time Lionel bursts into tears as he thinks about Jeff. In the next scene, Glenda sees Jeff's news on TV, and then sees through the window. The place have been surrounded by a lot of people and police. Suddenly she hears somebody knocking on her door, and she opens the door then. It was a policeman. He said to Glenda that, we've sealed this whole apartment. You must leave this place as soon as possible. What are you saying? Where can I go? Asked Glenda. Please cooperate with us, said the cop and starts leaving. Just a minute. How many bodies did you really find out from his room? Glenda asked by stopping the cop. The first episode ends here. Hope everyone have liked this thrilling episode. Please hit the like button and share it to your peers. See you soon with next episode. Until then, bye.